Hello friends! Today we'll see how the members of the supergroup USA for Africa have changed when they performed the song We Are the World. Some of them have not aged at all, others have changed a lot, and someone has already left this world. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Lionel Richie became popular with the Commodores, and his songs Say You, Say Me and Can't Slow Down, released in the 80s, were a huge success and brought him an Academy Award and a Grammy. He co-wrote the song We Are the World, recorded in '85. Paul Simon is one of the performers of the song We Are the World. Popularity of Paul began after Bridge Over Troubled Water, but Still Crazy After All These Years was a breakthrough and won a Grammy Award. He also has 4 more Grammys and an Oscar nomination. Lindsey Buckingham is a member of the musical project USA for Africa. His popularity began as a member of the band Fleetwood Mac, especially after the release of Rumors. He also won a Grammy Award and created the soundtrack for the movie Back to the Future. Michael Jackson is the greatest pop music artist to have won over 6 Grammy Awards and the American Music Awards. He also took part in writing the lyrics to the song We Are the World. Michael passed away in 2009 from acute propofol intoxication. Billy Joel has won more than 5 Grammy Awards and is a 2-time winner of the American Music Awards, who has also performed We Are the World together with other musicians. The album 52nd Street, released in the late 70s, made him a superstar. Diana Ross' success came with The Supremes after the song Where Did Our Love Go, and her solo song Ain't No Mountain High Enough made her truly world famous. She was awarded a Grammy and nominated for an Academy Award, supported the USA for Africa project. Diane Warwick was part of the USA for Africa project, and the release of Walk On By was a milestone in her career that brought her popularity, and the song itself became a favorite of many people. She has won 5 Grammy Awards and the American Music Awards. James Ingram is featured in the USA for Africa video and has won 2 Grammy Awards and 2 Oscar nominations. One of his successful albums is It's Your Night, and the song Baby Come to Me brought him no less success. He died in 2019 from brain cancer. Steve Perry, being a member of Journey, first gained recognition especially after the release of the album Escape, but his solo work was also successful, and Street Talk went double platinum. In 1985, he took part in the USA for Africa music video. Bruce Springsteen is an Academy Award, Golden Globe and Grammy winner for the Philadelphia soundtrack, and also has another Golden Globe and 11 Grammys. The album Born to Run became a landmark in his career. He took part in the project USA for Africa. Kenny Loggins is an Oscar nominee, a Golden Globe, and also has 1 Emmy Award and 2 Grammy Awards, one of which was for What a Fool Believes. He gained popularity back in the late 70s and in the 1985 participated in the video of USA for Africa. Kenny Rogers is a 3-time Grammy Award winner and has contributed to the USA for Africa project. The single Lucille helped launch his music career, and the ballad Lady was truly iconic for him. Kenny passed away in 2020 due to natural causes. John Oates has won 3 American Music Awards and has 4 Grammy nominations. Became recognizable in the group Hall & Oates, and You Lost That Lovin' Feeling is one of his best songs. Participated in the USA for Africa project. Al Jarreau gained worldwide popularity with the album Breaking Away and attracted attention with its change of intonation. He performed the song We Are the World '85, has over 5 Grammy nominations. Al died of respiratory failure in 2017. Daryl Hall was one of the performers of We Are the World, who is the best soul singer of his generation. He was a member of Hall & Oates, which brought him fame and with which he won 3 American Music Awards and has 4 Grammy nominations. Willie Nelson's career was greatly influenced by the album Red-Headed Stranger, and the single On the Road Again became iconic and popular, was nominated for an Academy Award and has over 10 Grammy Awards. He was one of the performers of We Are the World. Cyndi Lauper is the winner of 2 awards and over 10 Grammy nominations, 2 American Music Awards, and also took an active part in the USA for Africa music project. The release of She's So Unusual gave a new impetus to career and opened the way to popularity. Huey Lewis is an Academy Awards nominee and Golden Globes for The Power of Love, soundtrack to Back to the Future, also a Grammy winner. He rose to fame as a member of the band Huey Lewis and the News and was the performer of the song We Are the World. Anita Pointer supported USA for Africa. She's a member of the Pointer Sisters and became famous after the release of the song Yes We Can, and became widely popular with the song Fairy Tale. She has 2 Grammy Awards. She died in 2022 from cancer. Ray Charles was also involved in the USA for Africa music video, as was Sheila E. I Got a Woman, was one of the works that made him famous, and the song Georgia on My Mind was a landmark for him. He died in 2004 after complications from liver disease. Jackie Jackson was one of the musicians who performed We Are the World in '85. His main popularity was with the Jackson 5 and the Jacksons, but his solo album Be the One '88 brought him success and did the soundtracks he wrote for The Running Man. Jeffrey Osborne was part of the lineup for the song We Are the World. His career began in the '70s as a member of LTD, but his solo works Stay With Me Tonight, as well as the song Love Power, made him recognizable. He is the author of the song All at Once. Harry Belafonte is a top calypso musician who was also invited to perform the song We Are the World. In the mid-50s, after the release of his albums, one of which was Calypso, they are not only iconic, but also made him widely known. Dan Aykroyd got a serious start in his musical career in the band Blues Brothers, and he became widely known with the release of the album Briefcase Full of Blues, which became a real hit. Dan, as well as many other famous musicians, took part in USA for Africa. Stevie Wonder is internationally recognized for his unique vocal performance and has made significant musical contributions. He has participated in We Are the World, and Superstition is one of his best works. He has been awarded an Oscar and has over 10 Grammys. Bette Midler is the recipient of 9 Grammy nominations and 3 awards, and is also a member of the USA for Africa project. She started as a singer in the early 70s with the release of The Divine Miss M, as well as her soundtrack to the film The Rose. Sheila E. started her career in George Duke's group, but she really became famous after the solo single Sister Fate, and also released in '85 A Love Bizarre, made her recognizable to this day. She took part in the performance of the song We Are the World. Marlon Jackson, along with his brothers and sister, took part in the musical project USA for Africa 1985. He was also a member of the Jacksons and the Jackson 5, where he gained fame and was able to release only one solo album, Baby Tonight. Ruth Pointer is one of the performers of We Are the World in USA for Africa. She achieved recognition with the Pointer Sisters, and the songs released in the 70s, one of them, Fire, were a particular success. She has been awarded 3 Grammy Awards. Bob Geldof was a member of the Boomtown Rats, and after the release of I Don't Like Mondays in the late 70s, he became widely known. Also popular with his solo song This Is the World Calling, 86. He participated in the project USA for Africa. Bill Gibson, as well as some other members of the band Huey Lewis and the News in 1985, participated in the performance of We Are the World, the USA for Africa project. His participation in the band brought him not only fame but also a Grammy Award. Kim Carnes in '85 participated in the filming of the song We Are the World. She became world famous 4 years earlier with the release of Bette Davis Eyes, which became an '81 hit and won her a Grammy Award. Her vocals have been compared to Rod Stewart. Chris Hayes gained recognition as a member of the band Huey Lewis and the News, where he had the stage name The Kid, and where he became an Oscar nominee for writing the soundtrack The Power of Love. He was the performer of the song We Are the World. Quincy Jones initiated the release of We Are the World in '85. He is the winner of over 25 Grammy Awards and a 7-time Oscar nominee. The single Soul Bossa Nova was the star of his popularity, and the album Thriller brought him worldwide fame. Bob Dylan is an Academy Award and Golden Globe winner for Things Have Changed and has been an influence on pop music for more than half a century. One of his songs, Blowing in the Wind, made a significant contribution to his career, participated in USA for Africa. June Pointer is a Grammy Award winner and has participated in USA for Africa. She was a member of the Pointer Sisters, where the song Yes We Can was a breakthrough, but a single Fire brought worldwide popularity. June passed away in 2006 from cancer. Randy Jackson first got into music seriously as a member of the Jackson 5, and the release of his co-written song Shake Your Body, as well as his performance on the single Hootie, made him recognizable. He was one of the members of the USA for Africa project. Tito Jackson, as well as many of his brothers and sisters, took part in the USA for Africa project in '85. The start of his career took place exactly as a member of the Jackson 5 group, together with which he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Mario Cipollina has 4 nominations and 1 Grammy Award and was one of the guest performers on We Are the World in 1985. He had some success with Huey Lewis and the News, and his song Working for a Living was used as the soundtrack for the movie Big. Sean Hopper in '85 was one of the artists who contributed to the USA for Africa project. It has received 5 Grammy nominations and 1 win, and the co-soundtrack Working for a Living with Huey Lewis and the News was well received in the movie Big. Johnny Collar is an Oscar and Golden Globe nominee for writing The Power of Love, soundtrack for Back to the Future. He co-founded the band Huey Lewis and the News, where he became a success and also participated in the USA for Africa project 1985. Waylon Jennings was involved in the filming of the famous song We Are the World and is 2-time Grammy Award winner, and also became known as the most popular country singer of the last century. Jennings died in 2002 of a diabetes-related illness. Smokey Robinson is the winner of 3 Grammy Awards, and his songs released as part of The Miracles have been commercially successful. The solo single Being With You was also hugely popular, and he took part in the performance of We Are the World. LaToya Jackson began to grow in popularity with the release of Heart Don't Lie, but the real milestone in her career was the 1988 release of LaToya. She also, like her brother Michael, took part in the recording of the USA for Africa music video. Tina Turner is an emotional performer who has become the best in the rock and roll genre, and it was the song "A Fool in Love" that was a turning point in her career. She took part in the performance of "We Are the World" and has over 6 Grammy Awards. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.